The gathering storm. The fortress gates opened wide as the allied knights rode through, their blue and gold banners fluttering beneath the darkening sky. They came not as conquerors but as brothers, answering a call that could not be ignored. At their head rode the high generals of neighboring realms, grizzled lords and younger nobles alike. They dismounted with grim purpose and bowed before King Francis, who stood at the steps of his great hall. One of the commanders stepped forward, his armor gleaming. "Our king has accepted your request, King Francis. If your realm falls, all of ours will follow. We are with you." King Francis placed a hand on the man's shoulder. His voice was quiet but resolute. "Your loyalty honors us. Let it be said, we stood united." The war room. Later, deep within the stone halls of the fortress, the great war room filled with the thunder of voices and clinking armor. Maps littered the central table, ringed by kings, lords, and generals, each bearing the scars of battle, the weight of duty. Lady Marlene stood by the tall windows, her eyes downcast. Carly stood just behind her, pale and silent. Sir Prince leaned against a pillar, arms crossed, listening. Vincentius stood on the opposite end, straight-backed and unreadable. Matthias was not permitted to enter, but he watched from the doorway. The room quieted as Lord Jovan stepped forward, dark cloak sweeping behind him. 3 days, he said. That's all we have. The enemy marches with overwhelming numbers. We cannot match them sword for sword. But, he turned to the chest at the center of the room, we have Greek fire. The room exploded into noise. Some stood from their chairs. Others stepped back. That's forbidden, one of the kings shouted. It burns through steel, through water, through people. It's inhumane, another lord hissed. You would damn us all just to delay them? But Jovan raised a hand, calm and unmoved. I know what Greek fire is, he said coldly. I know it cannot be extinguished. I know the stories of cities consumed and skies turned black. He turned, facing each of them in turn. But I also know this, without it we will not hold. With it we might. The room fell still. He gestured to the map. We will build kill zones between the outer and inner gates. Traps here, he tapped the southern pass. Greek fire will be placed in sealed vials. Catapults will lob them at the enemy when they break through our outer walls. We will light their siege engines first, block their retreat second. He stepped back. We will use it only when outnumbered. And never near our own. That is my command. Lady Marlene stepped forward then, her voice trembling but clear. And when the wind shifts, she asked, when that fire you plan to pour like oil upon the land turns against us? Jovan's jaw clenched. He did not look at her. If we must burn, he said, then let it be in defense of our people, not from running like cowards. Lady Marlene turned to the others. Then we must prepare an evacuation route. We need ships, tunnels, anything. We cannot lose all for one man's pride. Jovan cut her off. I will not abandon this land. His hand slammed down on the table. I will not abandon this realm to fire and fate. I will save it. And with that he turned and walked away. Outside the war room, Matthias stood frozen, hearing every word. He looked to Sir Prince. The silent knight gave him only one slow nod. The storm was coming, and there would be no turning back.